Recording in progress. That's what I heard.
Recording in progress.
Hey,
That bitch is threatening us.
yeah, this call may be monitored for security purposes.
All
Hi,
right.
everyone.
How we doing, guys?
Yeah, this is starting off so bad. All right.
We're killing it right now.
Yeah. All right. Yeah,
Nightly.
Chris, do you want to welcome
Oh,
our 3 listeners?
welcome, three listeners, to the Film Section podcast. Uh, I'm glad we're entertaining at least three of you. I don't know. Tonight we're talking about movies and TV shows that maybe a majority don't like, but we find that we do.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Hell
So
yeah.
shit, Corey's fucking geared up.
Yeah, dude.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, Corey, why don't you start us off? Because I know that
Set it off.
already had a couple set up for what you wanted to talk about.
No, sorry, my little ass has fucking been doing great on my cancer meds. Fucking hold up though, I do have some good ones.
All right.
Uh, one thing that I wanna like start off on that I don't think any one of us have ever put the uh point of exclamation on is the Punisher movies or the TV show for that matter. Because all three
Yeah.
all three of the fucking Punisher movies have been good in their own right. None of them have been like fucking like, classics. But it also had 2 seasons of a TV show that are also fucking like pretty good. Like you can't like argue like
Yeah, I
the
feel like I feel like the even the TV show, people are like people don't talk about it as much as they did Daredevil, or I don't know. I think those are the two big ones really, because the rest of them were kind of like a notch lower than Daredevil every time they brought one out. But I feel like the Punisher was solid.
well they're good.
Yeah.
I get like the love for the actual show, but
Oh shit.
when you see the fucking like response to it like on Rotten Tomatoes, it's like it's usually like kind of like in like the 50s or whatever. It's like
Yeah,
fucking like, what the fuck? It's like it's better than that.
I I agree. The movies I can see where people get a little weird, like that Dolph Lundgren one. I don't know. I think I just like it because it was like the Punisher movie when I was a kid. Like, is it good? No, but I like it. The one with Thomas Jane was passable. The one with Ray Stevenson fucking rules. Like everybody hates that movie, but that movie's just so fucking such dumb fucking fun, dude, and just a gory ass fucking action movie at its heart.
Well, dude, I think I react like exactly as you did, like fucking like the Dolph Lundgren one. It's like, dude, this guy who just played fucking Drago, like, just is
Yeah,
he's the fucking Punisher now? Like, what the fuck?
yeah, we did
Like,
it.
and he
I
does
think,
an awesome job. Like, he
yeah,
does like a really good fucking job.
I think a lot
Um,
of it, like growing up, then it wasn't like, hey, check this out. There's a Marvel movie coming out like every 2 months. Like we just didn't have like superhero movies. So
yeah,
like
dude,
even if it was shitty, like it was the Punisher, and
he
we were
does
pretty
an
fucking psyched
awesome
up.
fucking job, dude. Like, I mean,
How do you
hats
feel
off
about
to him. Like,
the Punisher, Mark? Is that a good choice?
Yeah,
I agree.
I I love the Thomas Jane Punisher with like John
Hmm.
Travolta. That was actually
fucker.
my introduction to the Punisher character, was that movie.
Yeah.
And yeah, I loved it. I thought it was it's such an interesting movie because it's the first comic book movie I saw that didn't feel like a comic book movie. Um, it really feels like its own standalone thing, and I loved the Punisher series with John Bernthal. Like,
Yeah.
that show was amazing. Um,
Dude,
I
I
feel
was
like
I was actually gonna bring that up like as like another like thing, like the John Barenthal, like it's so fucking good.
yeah, I
Like
think Punisher is he's kind of a tough character because he's been co-opted by a lot of shitheads. Um,
yeah.
Yeah.
and it's like that's one thing that I loved about the Punisher is that he doesn't fuck with cops and like doesn't fuck with like white trash racist pieces of shit. And yet a lot of like cops and white trash racist pieces of shit have like co-opted like the Punisher skull and stuff. And like didn't they change it in the comics his logo because so many pieces of shit were co-opting that logo?
Yeah, they they made it so he joined he ended up joining the Hand, which is like the villain for Daredevil. He
Right.
became like head of the Hand, so they changed the logo to the Hand logo on his as the emblem, which is pretty cool, but it's like it's not
Not
the
the logo.
skull.
Yeah.
But now it's actually now currently the Punisher is actually a completely different person.
It's not Frank Castle anymore.
It's not Frank Castle right now, no.
But
They're
yeah,
Still
always
no, I
pretty
love the
like,
badass
Punisher.
dude,
though.
in the comics, they abused Frank Castle, dude. Like he dies, he became Cosmic Ghost Rider. Like, yeah, there's a space version of Ghost Rider. One time he became like he died and then he came back and he looked like Frankenstein. Uh, his comic journey has been extremely wild.
Well, he had there was like Punisher like 2099 or something was a run, wasn't
Yeah,
there?
they did that with a few characters. They did Ghost Rider 2099, X-Men, Hulk, Spider-Man,
Right.
Doom, which was a lot like what we're talking about tonight. Aside from Spider-Man 2099, everybody people like reading comics at the time really kind of wrote all those off like they were stupid, but uh the Doom 2099 was pretty strong. Punisher was like a little hokey, but it was the 90s also.
Yeah, I was gonna
Um,
say 90s was all about like
yeah,
extreme.
Ghost Rider 2099 was cool, but like I don't know. That shit lasted like Spider-Man 2099 probably lasted the longest, and the rest of them were gone after. It was like it was pretty short, yeah. But
Well,
yeah,
we're
I know. It was weird that you said Punisher, and then this came too because that's another thing where it was like I thought all those comics were pretty cool, and the majority did not like them. As with everything, everyone loves Spider-Man, so
well, dude, like here's the
kind of hard
thing.
not.
Like none of these Punisher movies were necessarily terrible. Like,
They were
okay,
Punisher movies.
fine.
You
Like
know what I mean?
the one with Dolph Lundgren was very late 80s, but I still really like that movie. The
I
one
like the
with
look of
Thomas
it.
Jane.
I like the look of it a lot.
Yeah, like dude, that was a, for what it was, like it was a good 80s like fucking like 80s action movie. Then
Hmm.
you had the Thomas Jane one, it was like it was fine. It was very vanilla. It was very not a great one. But then you had the one with what's his face? Fuck. Like oh,
Ray
Ray
Stevenson.
Stevenson. Yeah. Ray Stevenson, like that one was very much a fucking like, hey, fuck you, I'm the fucking Punisher. I'm gonna fucking bite your fucking face off. Like fuck,
Mark,
dude, that was a
Mark,
cool one.
do we drive you to drink 22 ounces of Genesee Ale every week? No.
Uh, no, my job does.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Yeah,
I was just checking.
yeah. My job makes me drink.
Really? I thought you liked it there.
That's a different podcast.
Oh, okay, that's fair. Yes.
That's a different.
To be fair, I hadn't asked you about it in a while, and I remember asking you about it kind of a little after you first started. You said you really liked it, but
I did,
things
yeah.
happen.
You know, it's
Things
just,
happen.
yeah, just been there for 2.5 years. You kind of see all the holes.
Every place you're at for too long,
Yeah,
it happens. It
yeah.
happens. Ray Stevenson, baby. It's R.I.P. That guy is awesome in everything.
Yeah, like I absolutely 100%
Yeah.
agree. Like Ray Stevenson and anything that he's in is fucking like astounding.
Uh, all right. Punisher, baby.
Good first choice.
Uh,
Chris,
you want me to go or you want to
you can go.
go? Okay. Uh, I'll pick a TV show right now. Uh, both versions of the Tick TV show. So
The animated
they
one,
did
right?
one on Fox. They did one on Fox. Uh, Probably lasted I think one season, but it was incredible. And that was Patrick Warburton was the Tick. And the second one they did, it was one of those when Amazon was like vote for the show you want thing. They did that for a couple years, and there were two shows on there. One was The Tick, which got two seasons and then got canceled, but it was pretty cool and it was vastly different from like even the live action Tick show and the cartoon from like Fox Kids in the 90s. Um, which they also voted another show that was cool. It was called Jean Claude Van Johnson, and it was Jean Claude Van Damme basically playing like a parody of himself, and it was really fun. And they canceled that after one season. But
Uh,
the Tick for sure. I just love the Tick. I don't. It's weird. Like my sense of humor, I don't know if it matches. But like the most funny things to me are Mystery Science Theater and the Tick, and it's just this weird kind of humor that's like borderline old school, but like I don't know, has like this sort of sometimes has a cheesy element to it.
bro,
And it
like
makes me
I
fucking
know
laugh,
exactly
dude.
what
I
you're talking
fucking
about.
love that shit. All of it. Tick everything.
Well, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Here's the thing about that show, the thing about the Tick is like it will like it didn't like last very long.
Hmm.
But at the same time, like if you like the Tick, like dude, you will love this fucking show.
Oh yeah.
You will fucking love it, like to the end of the earth. Like
Any
it's fuck, dude, because it's good. Like, and it
yeah.
has a good main villain. Um, I
Oh
forgot
yeah, they
his
were in the newer one it was the villain was Jackie Earl Haley, right? It was played by
Jackie
Jackie Earl
Earl
Haley.
Haley. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Oh
I was
yeah.
about to say, like, who's like the main villain? Jackie Earl Haley is actually like a really fucking good villain. Like
Yeah.
in terms of like, this like insane concept because it kind of takes it more seriously
Yeah,
than
this newer one does, yeah. It has like a more serious look. Uh
yeah,
but what I
it's
like
not
about
there's no
from the
bullshit.
cartoon from the cartoon to the TV series is that the Tick had the exact same energy for all those. Like they didn't change the Tick. They might have changed the surroundings, made it more serious, or
Yeah.
it made it look different, but the Tick was always the Tick, like no matter what.
Well, that's the thing though. Like the Tick, like all like as goofy as because the Tick is like kind of a goofy character.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh, like all things considered, but like even with that, like he's just more like he's still just as goofy. Like he just fucking is just kind of like, hey mother. He's like, hey, it's like a hard like way to put it because like it's a hard fucking like universe to put together where you have this goofy motherfucker who's like supposed to be the uh like just a goofy representation of a superhero, but like also the representation of the superhero, like, that he's supposed to represent. But like at the same time, like he does such like a great job, and that's what I liked about it. Like that's why I liked
Yeah.
about the tent, or about him.
I I
Like,
like that you almost think that it's just a man who escaped from a psychiatric hospital and is very sick,
yeah, yeah,
but like he means well.
yeah.
Mark, have you seen any
Exactly. That's
variation of the
exactly who
take?
that character is.
No? Come on, Mark. It's time. You gotta do some work now.
I know. I know.
You gotta do some work now. It's just fun, man. The Tick is fun.
I've seen the trailers. Yeah, it looked like when it was
Yeah, yeah,
on Amazon Prime, it looked like a lot of fun. I think it was just one of those shows that just kind of slipped by because it had like
yeah.
one trailer, but the marketing was like very scarce for it.
Well,
Yeah,
dude,
they just pushed it through that voting system, and then like a couple, like I think when they dropped the first season, they put a little bumper like on the home screen, and I don't
well,
even think I knew the second season dropped. I think that even the marketing like trailed off on it, even though they
well,
dropped another season.
well, there's I think it's like one of the best parts of the fucking season where what's his face is like the main antagonist.
Jackie Earl Haley.
Yeah, like, but he's like, you got nothing, you got nothing, and then like the fucking lead character who's playing kind of like the nerd dude who's
Oh, Arthur.
no, he's like, no, you have nothing, you have nothing. Like, there's a fucking beautiful scene in there where he's like just kind of like fucking gives him his shit.
Yeah.
Uh, you know what I mean? Like
Yep.
it kind of comes
Um.
forward, and
Yeah.
it's a great show, but it goes like all over the fucking place, like in terms of like who has powers and shit. Like
Right.
I think that fucking is like what kind of like fucking makes it like fucking
Like
like,
fucking. Yeah.
yeah, like it's a beautiful show.
Oh,
you know
no, I totally agree. Um, it's so crazy. Like, I've never seen three interpretations of one character be all vastly different. I mean, obviously, the first show was like animated, so obviously live action's way different, but like, even the first live action one was like very much in vein of being a live action version of the cartoon, and then the Amazon one was like a little bit more serious, a little bit more grounded, but still had the humor in it. It just looked more believable. Like
well,
everything was
yeah,
kind of real.
and dude, like we grew up in a fucking like era where like this was just like a animated like show, and it's like
Yep.
some guy going like spoon, like fucking,
Spoon.
yeah, like
Fucking
it
awesome. Fucking the best. Mark, do you have a TV show or movie that is not very well liked, but you like it?
Yeah. So it's a movie from 2001. I don't know if you guys have heard of it or not. It's called Wendigo.
Oh yeah,
It
that's an
stars
Uncle Larry Fessenden joint.
what?
That's an Uncle Larry Fessenden joint.
Uncle
yeah,
Larry.
like oh, my
The
uncle,
director.
by the
The
way.
director.
Oh yeah, Larry. Yeah,
I
Yeah,
Larry
call
Fessenden.
I
my
call him
uncle.
Uncle Larry because Corey's uncle looks like the director of that movie.
He had like, yeah, he literally looks exactly like him.
And you've seen that guy in movies, and if you see him, just know that that is exactly what Corey's uncle looks like.
Okay.
Uh,
But yeah,
uh,
I love this movie oddly enough, and it's a movie that like really falls apart in that last act with like the CGI Wendigo and everything. But
That's the one with the kid from Malcolm in the Middle, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
Eric
yes, I
Persson.
remember that. That wasn't a bad. It was. I didn't think it was like
No, I
bad.
think I I remember I watched it when I was really little. It was on like
Mhm.
Showtime or something. And it's not like a scary movie, but it has a lot of just tension. Like it is like nonstop tension basically from the start.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I love so much about it is it's the family that accidentally hits a deer and then these hunters are pissed off that like this deer was like they were gonna kill it or whatever. And so yeah, it's just super tense the whole time. There's a lot of weird like camera work decisions with like frame rates changing and everything.
Hmm.
And yeah, I just think that
Well,
it's a really atmospheric movie more than anything else. Even if it isn't like
Hmm.
the greatest,
well,
it's
you think like here's the thing though, like it's really well made, but like fucking like, can you imagine making a movie like on like that short of a budget? Like, and again, like we were talking about, like because me and Chris like joke all the time about like fairy or facet and like fucking like that kind of fucking like filmmaking, but like dude, at the same time, like it's a good fucking like well made movie.
it
There's
feels
like
like
a
an
lot of
A24 movie before A24, truthfully.
Yeah.
A lot of it
Oh,
has a
yeah.
lot of
like
A24 ambiguity.
Definitely
like
has that look. Yeah. Oh, for
like
sure.
despite of the budget, like yes, like it's a fucking like good looking movie.
It's got the
You know
look
what
of
I
that
mean?
we. It's got that look of that We Come at Night movie or whatever the
Yeah.
shit
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it
yeah,
called.
comes
It's
at
got
night.
that
Yeah,
look, which is
it
definitely
does.
A24 before it was A24. Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, that's my first pick. Again, not a
Oh,
lot of movie that people know about, but just a movie that I think is worth watching, especially with winter kind of right around the corner. It's a really good
yeah.
movie to watch during winter.
Oh, by the way, you've seen You're Next, right?
Hmm.
Do you
Yeah.
know the first guy that gets killed? Like the guy that's with that girl in the when they go to that house with the sliding glass door or whatever, and the guy's playing music,
Yeah,
and
vaguely. It's
then
been
he
a long
kills
time
the
since
guy.
I've seen it.
They kill the guy and they kill the guy and they leave him on the couch or whatever. That's Larry Fessenden, the director of Wendigo.
Oh,
Dude,
that's cool.
Larry Fessenden, aka my uncle.
Yes, if you watch Your Next anytime recently, you'll know what I'm talking about, and that is exactly what Corey's uncle looks like.
Yeah,
Looks
dude,
like an uncanny
my
resemblance. It's
my
insane.
uncle is the fucking like, yeah, it's just like Chris said, like it's the fucking most uncanny resemblance.
We could also have another podcast just talking about Corey's uncle, by the way.
Yeah,
Seriously.
he's cool though.
He's a
I
cool ass
got
dude.
my uncle into the horror genre just because of like movies that I mentioned. So
Hey, fuck it, man. That's good.
my uncle's a
Corey.
fucking man.
Yeah,
Corey,
hell
what's
yeah.
up? Corey, what's up next for you?
Pull up
What else
shit.
you got? Oh shit, he's unprepared.
Shit. Hold on.
He's like, oh, it's my turn. Fuck.
My back on.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're here. I
yeah.
see you.
All
You
right.
never left.
You never went anywhere, bud.
Uh, Fucking
He's got to get his list
shit
out.
that shit that I've seen recently.
I mean, you were just talking about
Um,
one last night.
yo, I want to hear your thoughts on the Candyman, because we recently lost Tony Todd, and I want to hear like what your thoughts are on the recent Candyman.
Oh, the new one that came out a
Remake?
couple of years ago.
Yeah.
I loved it.
I thought
Yeah,
it was. I
I
thought it was.
here's the thing.
I thought it was
I
very good. Yeah,
love that remake.
I
I thought
really
it was very good.
enjoyed it. I thought it was
Yeah.
great.
I mean, is it going to be
I thought
better
it
than
was a
the
bit.
original? No, but nothing's going to be better than the original. But they made a fucking solid effort at it.
Yeah.
I still like that movie for what it is.
Well, it's a beautiful
Well,
looking movie too. The
Yes,
cinematography
I
is
think
absolutely.
I think I agree with like everything Chris said, because like it's like, yeah, like it fucking like it goes for it. At least it's not as good as the original was, but at the same time it's like fuck, dude, this is like if you're gonna do anything in terms of a fucking like remake, like then yeah, I loved it. Like
There's
I
like a third
kind
of your
of
face showing, Corey.
wait, what happened?
There's
You
like
look
a
like you're
third of
pop.
your
You
face. It's
you look
just
like
your
you're popping out. You look like you're popping out from a hole in the ground.
eye. It's,
I am
Hello.
it's the very
Chris.
tippy top of your face.
Chris, spoiler alert! Actually am.
You look like you look like that girl from Blair Witches. Like, help me!
Yeah,
And the
you look
snot's
like the
coming out of
cover
her
of Blair
nose.
Witch.
Yeah, you look like
I
Heather
never,
from
t-
the Blair Witch.
I never told you this, guys, but I have Blair Witch fucking lineage. But no, like it's. I thought it was good though. Like
Yeah,
You serious?
it's
sorry.
everything Mark said too. Like,
Sorry, dude. I'm sorry.
it's
My
such a
left,
beautiful
dude.
movie.
I'm not kidding. Like my left arm is fucking like barely mobile.
It's all good. Don't worry about it, man. You're all good. Uh, it's really sad Tony Todd died, man. He was a cool dude, and I actually, my friend, when we went to a convention, we stayed in the hotel, and Tony Todd's room was next to my friend's room, and they had one of those like connecting doors, and he was like really nice. He kept asking my friend if he was too loud, or like he asked my friend if he wanted to have a drink with him and shit. Uh, I kept messing with him because he was the voice of Zoom on the Flash TV show. And every time I saw him walking around the convention, I was like, fuck Zoom. And every time he'd answer, he'd be like, fuck Flash.
Well, like that's the
He's one
thing
of the
about
nicest
like
dudes
Tony
that
Todd.
I've actually
Like
ever met in person. Like, he was a good dude. And it's really sad that he died because he was also Death in Final Destination.
Yeah.
Like,
well,
he's
oh, shit.
not a one-trick pony. The guy's a good actor. Night of the Living Dead remake, 1990. Night of the Living Dead. Wow.
Dude,
I'm gonna watch
Come
it.
on,
I'm gonna
like
watch it
fucking
when we hang up. No joke.
that
first Hatchet
that
movie was
fucking
awesome.
recreation of fucking like Night of the Living Dead. Like uh, it's so underrated. And then you have like
Yeah, that
fucking
movie's a
like
banger.
even wasn't Candyman like after that? And
Yeah.
Yeah,
even after,
because Candyman came out like 92, I think.
yeah,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
like,
No joke. I think that guy's had a more prolific career than like Kane Hodder, Robert Englund.
well,
Uh,
who has a
Sure.
better con- like? I mean, he's had like a great prolific like voice acting
oh yeah. Like I
experience.
said, he was the voice of
But
Zoom on the
dude,
Flash TV show. Yeah.
like
What?
even like shit where like Holliston where he was like fucking he's like he
Yep.
like picks up a phone and he's just like it's like yeah, Candyman here. Fucking it's like dude, like he's the fucking man when it comes
Yeah.
to actual voice work. It's like, dude, like nobody can fucking like duplicate that. Dude, he was in one of my favorite movies of all time, The fucking Crow. Like
Yeah, he
he's,
was in that too, man. Shit. Guys, I've
he's
done some
he's
shit.
in that. He's in the fucking the movie The Rock. Uh
I didn't even
also
know.
like
I actually didn't even know that. I haven't watched that movie since it came out. Like, no, like I don't hate it. I just haven't watched it since it like came out on VHS.
well,
I swear
dude,
to,
like he's
I
just
don't know
an
why.
ass kicker in
Nothing.
that one. Little dude, like he's just like a fucking ass kicker in that one too.
Yeah,
It's like it's inescapable. Like,
yeah, yeah. Oh shit.
sorry, I'm going.
No, you're good.
We love
Um,
we love Tony Todd. That's
we love Tony Todd.
that's the main takeaway.
I, the only thing the only thing I really had a chance to watch was I got the 4K of that Trick or Treat movie, um, with that says starring Gene Simmons and Ozzy Osbourne, but they're really each in it for 30 seconds.
I do like Ozzy's part in Trick or Treat where he's like the fucking religious piece of
Yeah.
He's like the
Yeah,
religious
yeah. Dude,
It gets
their parts
killed
are
like
cool,
instantly.
but it's funny because before this, all I had was this really old DVD, and it's literally Ozzy and Gene Simmons' faces on the cover, like this big, dude.
Yeah.
You would have no idea what this movie is about based on that cover. Uh, by the way, Severin did the 4K, or Synapse did the 4K, and Synapse does
They do a great job. Yeah.
insanely good work on their restorations. And this movie looked insane, dude. Great. I love the movie. It's fucking hokey. It's 80s. It's satanic panic. Dude, it's everything. It's everything that hits. I'm pretty sure I own every movie that involves satanic panic from the 80s. It's satanic panic always goes hand in hand with heavy metal. So, yeah, there's like two other ones. Black Roses and one more. And yeah, I'm pretty sure I own both of them because I have some sort of weird obsession with satanic panic. It's very interesting. Like D&D and heavy metal were like, hey, you fucking all those nerds worship Satan. Like, nah, we just trying to have a good time, bro. Like, I don't.
Well,
It's
I
that
don't.
that whole that there's a show on Peacock now called Hysteria, and it's literally set in the 80s and based off Satanic Panic. It's fucking fun as how Bruce Campbell's actually in it. He plays
Well,
like
it's
he plays a sheriff or some shit.
well, it's like they're just kind of fucking. A lot of them are just kind of fucking psychotic, like in terms of like, um, like what's actually like. Oh yeah, it's like it's satanic. It's fucking. It's like. It's almost.
Good news is your dates are here. Bad news is they're dead.
Well, dude, like I got a Bruce Campbell
No reason for that.
fucking well, dude, like I got a
Why?
Bruce Campbell like
Yeah.
fucking like chainsaw like fucking shotgun like everything like
You're talking about Evil Dead
going
now.
for
Whoa,
that.
how did we get here?
Everything fucking like you letting like and not dude, no offense, but like here's the thing, like I'm a very Christian person, but like at the same time, it's like what the fuck? Like you're a fucking idiot. Like if you
Oh yeah,
like
dude, people are
believe in
dumb. I
that
mean,
shit.
look at 2024. Everybody's fucking dumb.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, dude.
um,
Like if you look at Trump 2024, like it's like we
Whoa,
live
don't
in a
say the T
fucking
word, bro.
idiot.
You're gonna
Fucking
get our pot. You're gonna get us fucking. Our paychecks are gonna get taken away. You better chill out saying that T word, bro.
oh yeah, shit.
All right, hold on. Actually, we're almost out of time, so let me hang up and then call you guys back.
All right.
Sorry, Trump's a nice guy.
No, he's not. No, don't say that.
Shut up. Don't ever say that again. What is this? I can't hear that.
Oh fuck! I've been watching Whitest Kids You Know clips all day.
Oh, dude, what? What?
Now you fucked up.
Fuck,
Now you
fuck
fucked
you.
up.
Fuck you, skinny bitch. Fat piece of shit.
String bean. Hey, Acty, start over because this fat piece of shit was talking. Fucking love that so much. Listen to the woman, John. Just calm down. Just calm down.
Bro, there's no way skits like the Hitler rap are ever going to make it
God,
today.
no.
Hitler, driving down the street in a fancy car.
All right. One last title for the
damn
three
it.
of us. For movies or shows that not a lot of people like.
Oh, anyone ever see a movie with Adam Sandler and Damon Wayans called Bulletproof?
Fuck yeah, I love that movie.
Yeah, dude. I feel like that's probably one of like the least successful like Sandler movies.
Sure.
I fucking love that movie, dude.
It's great.
So funny. So funny.
It has like it has some merit to it, but it's like you said, like most people like don't fucking like remember it.
It's a different
Yeah.
kind of role for Adam Sandler.
Mhm.
But it was cool. I really like that movie.
Yeah, I mean,
It's not bad. It's not a bad movie by any merit. Like,
No.
still, like, it's when Adam Sandler still gave a shit. Like, oh,
It's when he was
even
still like that weird funny where he'd make like noise, where he'd make like funny voices and shit. Like,
Yeah.
stop
yeah,
looking
like,
at me,
well,
Swan. Like that shit. That's like I feel like that's like the last movie where Adam Sandler acts like that.
like
Well, I
he was
totally
still
like there are characters like that old man in the animated movie, the Hanukkah one.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
he
his
was
voice,
still
his
doing
like weird, his funny voice, and like him, that's like real Sandler. And then Hubie Halloween is like a complete Sandler character. Like,
I like
yeah.
Hubie
Well,
Halloween.
Hubie Halloween was actually kind of
yeah,
fun in terms of like how it
oh
looked.
I like it.
yeah,
I
I'm
think it's
saying
fun.
it's like that's one of his like OG type characters. Like the
For
way he
sure.
acts in that movie, the whole Hubie character is like that's like classic Sandler shit.
Yeah.
Well, dude, there's like a scene like that actually made me laugh my ass off in that entire that movie. Dude, like because Kevin James plays a street cop in that movie, but he has like a mullet and like blinders like on his fucking eyes, like
Yeah,
uh. But dude, like he's like, yeah, this guy like who I pulled over, he said he's like, I said I said I fucking like it's like it's an honor to
yeah.
be pulled over by a fucking they didn't say fucking, but he said like it's an honor to be pulled over by a fucking by a muppet.
Is it safe,
It's such
Corey?
like
Is it safe to say this week we got Corey on meds?
yeah, Corey. Well, you got Corey on.
Woo! Finally.
Corey's having hard time moving.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Are you? Oh, is that affecting your left side right now? Is that why you're like this?
Yeah. Well,
Oh,
I'm gonna be like this for the
hey,
sorry.
whatever makes, dude.
I
Whatever
don't want
makes
to. I
you
don't
better.
want to start up. I don't want to
Whatever,
start up the whole thing. Uh.
whatever makes you better. I don't
mm,
hope.
You
I hope this fucking bullshit makes you better. Like for real.
Yeah.
well, I think. I think you care, but I don't think people like Josh care or whatever. But like,
Oh yeah, work is work, dude. They just want you to be a machine and a cog in the wheel, bro. They don't give a fuck. Hey,
yeah, dude. But
don't worry about that shit, man. Don't let that shit eat you up, man. Because
in
it's just a job, and at the end of the day, we can all get other jobs, bro. It don't fucking matter.
in any case, though, like, just please, just
Yes.
maybe you guys go first.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll
I already
just
went.
yeah. So
We kind of went into Hubie Halloween after I said Bulletproof, but we were just talking about Adam Sandler.
my
Mark, yeah, go ahead.
yeah my last movie that I'll talk about is a movie that in the last couple of years I think it still isn't liked by a lot of people, but I think because of the 2019 remake that come out, people are starting to soften up to it a little bit. Is Black Xmas, the 2006 Black Christmas remake. Um,
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
yeah, I when it first came out, no one liked it, and I get it. The characters are very unlikable. It's not a very well written movie, but I think as far as slasher movies go, especially like mid aughts kind of slasher movies go, I think it's really good. The look of it is beautiful. Like the cinematography and everything is
Yeah,
amazing. All like the light
I
work
think
and stuff in that movie.
I think people looked at it like I think secretly people like when that whole it was like kind of the beginning of like remakes. Well, it was like in the middle. That one was like in the middle
Yeah.
of them doing like crazy remakes. Uh, I think deep down, everybody never wanted a remake of like of any original classic. But the fact is, they were probably mad because it wasn't a direct remake.
Oh,
Like
it was very much its own
if that makes
thing.
any sense. Like they watch it and they're like, "Oh, what the fuck? What was that?"
Yeah, it's very clearly its own story
It's
but
not
still,
bad. Like, here's
no,
the thing. Like, it's not a bad remake.
no, not at all.
I've
Like,
actually turned
it's
around
not
on
bad. Like,
remakes
it's
where
not
it's like
bad.
if you take a name, you take a name and they're like, oh, they're remaking this, but you make it kind of your own, like not being an exact remake. Um, I think that I give those movies more credit than I would an actual movie that. Well, here's a notorious one, the fucking Psycho
So
remake,
yeah,
which was literally shot
It
for shot.
wasn't,
No
yeah,
one
that
it
was
needed.
wasn't
There was
made.
no
It
need for
wasn't
that.
remade though by like a bad like team. Like, it was remade by the dudes that made the fucking Final Destination.
mhm.
Yeah, yeah.
Like the
Um,
original Final
at
Destination.
first, at first, I did not like that movie, but then I gave it a couple years, and then I kind of watched it again, and I was like, oh, this is actually kind of cool. I kind of like this movie.
It's a cool story, and I mean, I
So,
know a lot of people have problems with Billy, but I think Billy with the
Yeah,
lung disease and everything, I think that's actually kind of cool.
that,
yeah,
that's cool though.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think
It's cool.
everything about that character is cool.
I think like the original Black Christmas has like a lot of like implied sort of stuff, whereas Black Xmas is like, no, we're just gonna let you know exactly what the fuck happened and like
Oh
how
yeah,
fucked up it
oh
is.
yeah.
Which again I like, and as you said, Chris, like I have a lot of respect for filmmakers that will take a remake and make it its own thing. Like Suspiria is one of my favorite remakes of all time. Um, and that is
Still
fine.
haven't actually watched that.
I love it.
That's
Um,
fine.
the same guy who did the Suspiria remake is gonna do readaptation of American Psycho, so that should be kind of cool.
That's
But why?
I
Here I
mean,
am.
the
But why?
movie to the book is semi
Well,
different, so I
here's the
think
thing.
the
Like,
director's gonna.
I
Right,
never
right.
got into like the fucking Suspiria remake until you guys like kind of introduced it to me.
I love
Like,
it.
Yeah.
I got into it. Like, I actually, it's like, yeah, it's like this is a good fucking remake of
It's
this.
really
Like,
good.
it, maybe even fucking better because, like, no offense, but like, when you
Oh,
like
yeah.
watch it from like a different perspective, it's like, yeah, you kind of like it a little bit better.
I mean, the
Oh,
story is actually like the remake of Suspiria actually has like a story, whereas
Yeah.
the original Suspiria is like it's amazing to look at. It's literally just like a moving painting almost, but there's not much of a
Yeah,
story
like it,
going on.
all those Italian movies have a beginning, middle, and end. Okay, how they get
it
there? No
it has
idea.
though it
The
has
middle
though like a fucking like
visual.
see,
That's what
I'm
I
not
mean.
gonna spoil
Visual.
anything, but it has like a scene like in the middle where I'm pretty sure you guys
Do they
like
do the?
know what I'm
Do
talking
they?
about, but like
Do they do the? Do they recreate that scene where the girl dies like in the barbed wire or whatever?
No,
well,
but they have a comparable scene.
Okay, okay,
well there's
that's
a
cool.
scene though where a girl like fucking like gets basically bent like fucking like into a million pieces
Yeah,
Yikes.
yeah,
while
that's the
she's doing
comparable
like
scene where Dakota
Okay,
Johnson
all
is like
right.
dancing and Dakota
oh my
Johnson's
god.
dance moves, like how she's moving, like the other woman's body is like moving along too, but like she isn't controlling it,
Yeah.
so her body is just like constantly cracking and contorting and stuff the whole time.
Oh,
Yeah, like
Pretty fucked up
crazy.
scene.
That's crazy.
that's
All
basically
right.
how like, she's like moving and whatnot.
Hmm.
Like it's that is like kind of like how this like whole movie is like moving forward.
We
Uh
we
it's
opened up a can of worms here, like remakes.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe
We're
this will
kind
be
of.
next week's episode. Um,
I think yeah, I think we could delve more into remakes for sure. Yeah, this is
definitely.
remakes
Yeah, yeah. We'll
are
talk about
remakes
remakes
are the
next.
shit, dude. Like
that works for
there's
me.
always gonna be room for remakes. Don't ever fucking
Mhm.
like say that there's
Yeah,
no room
Yeah,
for
I
remakes.
love remakes. Yeah,
Fuck me.
we'll delve more into the remakes next week because I'm sure all of us have a lot to say on that. Hmm. Well,
whale.
All right, can I bring up another one?
yeah, yeah.
Oh, you
Last,
got another one? Yeah, what do you got?
Lisa Frankenstein. one that I
Yeah,
thought got
people
like
see. I saw that in the theater, and I thought it was great. I didn't. I don't see
dude,
many
it's a
people
really
really
good
talking.
movie. Dude, it's a really, really good movie.
Yeah,
But
that was a
it
great. That's
got
a good
like
choice. That's a good choice.
some people shit on it, like, and that's like the fucking it's like really like you're gonna shit on this movie of all fucking like, wide release fucking like good fucking movies, because it is a good fucking movie. It has
Hell
a
yeah.
good like, uh it has a good lead. The one of the dudes, holy shit, he's like one of the kids from uh fucking Big Daddy. Like
Oh yeah.
Cole
I think it's a
Sprouse.
very.
it's
I think it's a
good.
very. Yeah. I think it's a very charming movie. Like it's charming. It's funny. I had a lot
Again,
of fun watching
like
it. I had a
you
lot of
said,
fun.
dude, it's charming and hilarious. Like I love this movie,
I thought it was
like
great.
down to its core.
Yeah, that is a great movie. That whoa. Thanks for
Yeah,
bringing.
like
Thanks for bringing that one out.
um,
I like that. That's
I don't know this woman down to her fuck, like I hate the fact that I don't know her fucking name, but like
oh yeah.
she
I don't
fucking
remember the
like
lead. I know who she
she,
is, but I can't think of her name either.
she annihilates it like
Yeah, she killed it.
in the
Hell yeah.
entire fucking role.
Hell yeah.
Um, Mark, do you know anything more about this or
Did you
About what?
see this movie? You
About
see
no, I
Lisa
haven't
Frank?
seen Lisa Frankenstein.
Ah,
yeah?
Check it
you
out.
have you have homework now.
I know.
Hey.
So many movies that we've listed, movies and shows that you haven't seen.
Oh, I know. I'm slacking. I've been watching Holiday Wars the last couple of days, so that's been fun.
Holiday Wars. Hey man, sometimes I go into those holes where it's like I just watched some show I wouldn't normally watch.
Mhm.
Like I watch a lot of crap. Like sometimes I'll watch Real Housewives. How about that?
Fun, dude. I
Well,
love my
Just weird shit like Neighborhood Wars. Like A&E's got that Neighborhood Wars or Customer Wars or whatever, where it just shows fucking clips of people freaking out.
that new show, Shut Up, Bitch.
Yeah, dude, we gotta get out of here.
Shut up, shut up,
um
bitch. Get out of my yard.
alright. So um yeah, we can cut this off.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah,
Thanks.
thank you.
These three people are gonna be thoroughly entertained.
Yeah, this was a weird
No doubt.
episode. Um
I'm lit. I'm lit, so
yeah. Uh
that's that.
Thank you to anyone and everyone that decided to watch. Next week, guys heard we're gonna be talking about remakes. So that should be kind of fun. And then probably after that we're gonna start I have a couple ideas for like Christmas themed episodes. So
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. Cool. Yeah,
so those will be pretty
absolutely.
fun. I have a couple ideas. I'm making a like a tier list for us to kind of
Mm-hmm.
play around with. So that'll be kind of
Oh,
fun
okay.
in
Oh,
December.
I like
Um,
that. I like that.
yeah, yeah. So that'll be really fun. Do either of you have anything you guys want to say before we close out of here?
Hey, watch these things if you haven't seen them. Any of the stuff we've mentioned, if you haven't seen it, watch it.
Yeah.
Uh,